Hey there, we've got one more tutorial for you guys today, or I guess a walkthrough more so, and that's the sonic scanner. Okay, this one's a little bit tricky, so I'll kind of talk us through what we're doing. It says the challenge is program your robot to spin in place until it's detected an object using the sonar sensor, and then the robot's going to move forward until towards the object without hitting it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and click on Start Activity. If I zoom out here, let's go actually to this top view. Okay, so I can see I'm going to keep spinning until it sees an object. So in this case, the object is at 180 degrees. And I believe every time you refresh it, it's actually going to change where the board is. Okay, so this is a little bit tricky one. Okay, so right now I'll keep it at this original one where it's right behind me. Alright, so let's take a look at the code that I've put together, and you can use something similar. Feel free to make some changes, see if you can make it better. Alright. Okay, so right off the bat, as always, I'm going to add a couple comments at the beginning about what my challenge is. Right. As a quick note here, I'm not sure if I've covered this before, so if you see the double slash, that means it is a single line comment. The other option that I like to use is slash star. And the slash star, I'm going to have it a slash star at the beginning, and then star slash encloses everything in those, between those becomes a comment. So that's a nice multi-line comment option. Right, so we already said we're going to program it to spin in place until it's detected something with the sonar, and then it should move towards it. Alright, so here's a quick rundown of my code, and remember at the beginning here I've got another infinite loop, so while 1 equals 1, that's saying that it's going to happen always, right? 1 always equals 1, so you can always set that up. Another way that's you can do that is you can say while true, right? So while always pretty much, then you can run into that way. All right, from there, let's take a look at the code. So first off, we're going to spin in place, right, until the sensor sees something. So what I'm going to do here, and you can actually, I don't know if you ever noticed this, if you go to this top view, you can actually make some measurements. So what I can do is I can add, actually I think it's already in there. So you can see that the there's a couple points added here. I think it's one there and one there. And then it's reading, it's not letting me zoom in on it, but it says about 55 centimeter or 50.55 meters to the wall from the sensor. Okay, so that's where this 55 is coming from. So it's saying while the sonar sensor is less than, or sorry, greater than 55. So as long as it sees something greater than that. Also, if it doesn't see anything at all, remember if it doesn't see anything, it's going to give us a -1. Okay, so to spin in place, we're going to have one motor negative, the other one positive. So in my case, I made it so that my negative is the left motor. I'm spinning kind of slowly just so it can get a reading easily. Okay, so -63 left motor, that means I'm going to actually spin counterclockwise. Okay. Next up, there's a little tab here. I want to readjust for any drift. So in order for it to stop like kind of on a dime, I want it to actually readjust itself really quickly. And so what this is going to do is, and actually I'm looking at this now, it actually should be going the other way, right? In order to readjust, I should have it so that this goes positive for a second, this goes negative. So interesting. All right, so there's that. So now it's going to kind of quickly readjust itself. And that's doing it for just 0.4 seconds, and I want it to come to a complete stop first. So I'm doing that for half a second, so that's the 0. Right. After that, I personally like to lift up the arm because the arm sometimes gets in the way, so I just set it up so that the arm lifts up, -30. I did that for a second. Again, I want the arm motor to stop, so that's why I set it equal to 0. And then finally, I'm going to move forward until it I just said move forward until it's within 10 centimeters of the sonar. So here I've got it moving forward 63, so at half speed, and it's while it's greater than 10 centimeters. Again, I still have that OR statement making it -1. I want it to stop there, and I just set it to stop for 5 seconds so that before it kind of re-rotates itself and the timer runs out. Okay, so that's the basic rundown of the code. Let's see it hopefully working in action. I'll download it now, restart just to make sure. Let's take a look here. Actually, this is not a great one because it's going to stop right away. So let's clear this out, and let's look at it from the top and see what happens. Okay, so I'm going to hit play. It should start spinning. So I'm spinning, spinning, spinning. I'm looking down here at my sonar sensor, -1. Okay. Oh, and it readjusted too much. Oh, actually, I think that's what it was. When it first gets the reading, it's when it catches the cone. So that's what it was. Okay, so I actually do want to readjust. So I want to readjust. Really, this is to face the wall more exactly. Okay, so what I had in there was actually right. So -63 and 63. Let's try that one more time. I'll hit download to robot. Okay, let's restart that one. Refresh. Take a look at from the top. And again, I want to keep an eye right here on the sonar sensor. Notice it reads -1 right now. That means because it's looking out into space, it doesn't. There's no obstacles in front of it. Okay, let's try it out. It's going to start spinning. The sonar picks up something there. It readjusted the drift a little bit, moving forward, and it should come to a stop. Okay, and as soon as the timer runs out, you might notice it's actually was starting to spin again. So that's what would happen. It would keep spinning until it and moving forward until it sees the next wall. All right, but that's the basic rundown of the Sonic Scanner. Okay, feel free to tidy up that code a little bit, make it your own. That's just one way that I got it to work. So good luck.